All right, here, well, comics here. Let's just here comics. Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DV art. That are responsive comments I made against TV lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video and do it. Why is there's hate speech on my videos? There's no hate speech on videos. Speech hate, that's a different story. Let's continue on people getting these wrong. The conversation of me trying to know about versus abuse biology after we do some nonsense for fan art stuff. We have here Miracle Girl, who's a cute girl that looks a lot like Olga from Hey Arnold, but yeah, from a different show. Called Sit Down and Shut Up. Definitely an old show. Very cute show. Very a beautiful girl who is definitely a very dumb blonde type. She has a baby, and it was like what she was saying some stuff. One of the cool things about her is that even though she is a dumb blonde type, she will say some things that are very, let's say, accurate to certain situations. She's like, yeah, she's like basically went undercover. She went undercover as a high school student or something like that, and she's like, wow, like it turns out that me and the other high school girls have a lot in common. And you see that she has a baby in her she's carrying a baby on her back. You see a bunch of other high school girls carrying babies on their backs as well. I'm just like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's really true. So that was a fun one. Let's get you on here with our hate mail. That poem is still take the eccentric to 5 levels of dog parts. There's like a person out there who there's a guy out there who does different levels of rates, different levels of what's it called theme parks and stuff like that. He'll actually go to the theme parks and play around on them and film stuff with his GoPro and whatnot, or different things like that. So yeah, it's really fun videos because you see like all the cool stuff. It's really cool stuff. Sometimes he'll be surprised by lower level. You'll think lower. Ones you'll think are lower level. Pretty cool how that works. Let's continue on here. We have a picture of Batman from the Batman Arkham series, looking very nice. His, I think, rubber suit Batman outfit. Definitely you see that he has, there's like a lot of good lighting in the game. There's a light on his, I believe, right or left side. I think it's left. Left side lighting is hitting his cowl, and his nose piece there. It's really crazy stuff. And his neck, his neck, shoulder area there. Yeah. The graphics in Batman Arkham Knight were good. What is my cat doing? You think I'm gonna shoot? Oh, that's her tail. All right. See here, Art of One Dojo Kempo in MMA comments part 1. So it's interesting that John Hackelman, who was a competitive kickboxer, returned to his TMA roots to teach Hawaiian Kempo, an offshoot of Kaiju Kenbo, which descends from Karaho Kempo, one of the parent styles of Ed Parker's American Kempo. Thumbs 33 likes for that. He thumbs up. I'm glad you shouted out to Benny the Jet. Urquidez. Both of these men are great martial arts pioneers. Thumbs up. Trey strong, and to stay strong. It hurts because it works. Respect 100%. Fist emoji. Thumbs up. I always look at the TMA, including Kempo, as designed to work against an untrained thug, whereas MMA is traditional martial arts. And including Kempo, as designed to work against an untrained thug, whereas MMA is high-level sport designed to work against other trained fighters. Most of us martial artists who have been at it for a while know that you need to adapt to different situations. There's no one true style that works in every situation. Thumbs up. Art of One Jojo liked it. And so it says, TMA is better than nothing, but not by much, according to lies I was told. Yeah, and I say, I agree. But also, if you condition your body, they'll make whatever style you use more effective, I say. Eyeglasses emoji. So I respect Mr. Hackelman. He understands the proper categorization of arts as self-defense versus competition arts. And the aspect that really separates the two. Conditioning and focus is heavily on it. Let's go. Arrow Jojo and Batman and video 2 comments. I say Adam West with Batman had more real martial arts knowledge than I thought. That's awesome. I would recommend the Kung Fu for Batman as well, especially a Southern style. Lots of good hand and arm strikes. Yeah. And then Zora says, I never thought Adam West had a style other than Bat Itsu. Thumbs up. My understanding is Burt Ward Robin was brown belt in karate. Also had a friendship with Bruce Lee. Oh, nice. Thumbs up. That's what it says. I think Jeff Spiegelman would have been an awesome Batman. Spiegelman would have been an awesome Batman. Thumbs up. Always happy to learn other people's opinion. It's awesome. Thumbs up. The only kick that was used back in the 1950s and 60s is the push kick. We consider the only kick technique that comes from either street brawling or pancration. Says someone else. Thumbs up. Yeah, maybe a few kicks. Like the shin kicks do. The 1966 Batman TV show was a goofball, highlight action series. It was written by people who didn't follow the established source material for the Batman character. I've had every Batman incarnation after the 1960 series more faithful to the character created by Bob Kane. True. I don't know what JoJo training videos. Comments 101. How much time we have? Got time. Nope. So you need to check out other artists. I like Kung Fu, Northern Shaolin, but I also learned a little boxing too. I mastered their boxing. First, and then, what's that? That was me. That was nasty. More, please. Yeah. Unpleasant. But it gets it out. It gets it to the auditory system. Oh, better. That helps out. Let's see here. My master learned boxing first and then kung fu, so he would add boxing style training to our classes, and he would hop around the shadow box to warm up. Eyeglasses emoji. I say. So as a trying hybrid wrestling BJJ class this Friday. Been a striker of all sorts for quite a while, so I'm going to go in as 100% noob. Thumbs up. Capo black belt, judo brown belt, BJJ white belt. Several years of MMA training back in college. I'm trying to pick up as much boxing and kickboxing as I can from friends who fight. Learned it all. Learned a lot. Thumbs up. Dan, I was a former red belt in Tang Soo Do. That's Korean karate, they call it. After 9 years of not doing any martial arts, I went to start BJJ back in July. Recently, I'm trying to cross train in Ishin Ryu karate and plan on returning to Tang Soo Do on October 13th. Cross training is very difficult due to my work schedule, but I always look forward to going to classes whenever I have the time available. Cross training can be difficult, but in the end, it's worth it. As I respect all styles of martial arts. Thumbs up. Yes. And heart emoji. Heart for War of One Dojo. So I want to thank you. I'm 43 years old. I started training jiu-jitsu again. Thanks for inspiring me to start one of the things I love to do. Thumbs up. At 64 years old and retired, and I now teach for free at a community center for kids 5 to 8 years. I also believe in cross training styles, as I learned black belts in Shinto Ryu, a karate style, green belt in judo, green belt in Shotokan, another karate style, purple belt in BKF Kempo, and a brief time with Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. All right. I also completed various tournaments, including the Long Beach Internationals. Yes, I believe in martial arts cross-training, and my youngsters will grow up knowing this also. To teach children the right way with no other compensation other than the success of your students is the best feeling in life. Thumbs up. That's what it says. To be humble is to be stronger than muscle. To show yourself as a white belt in a new art is humble man. Much respect, sir. Thumbs up. True. He learned Kempo. Guy who does Art of One Dojo learned Kempo. He's Kempo for most of his life, and now he's trying to learn some Brazilian jiu-jitsu as well. Brazilian or some other kinds as well. Because basically Kempo is mostly about standing up and punching and kicking. It's karate. Basically, with that's basically being adapted for different things. There's really cool stuff in there, and I gotta check that out sometime. But yeah, it definitely is very a stand-up art. So he's trying to have some ground stuff too, just in case. There's some Kimbo trying to get ground stuff in there as well. That's really cool. Next, And Ardo Dojo video comment, the pit video comment part one. And I say, this guy is a legend. As a kung fu guy, I think differently, but I agree with the idea of body conditioning. Whatever you will do will be better if you're stronger. Eyeglasses emoji. And so I had no idea that John was a registered nurse. I'm a registered nurse. My hat's off to you, sir. I happen to be studying nursing at the university. I'm also preparing to test for my second Dan. My respect for Mr. Hackelman is very high. I like his humble attitude while still being real about martial arts and how it needs to evolve. I wish him all the best, and it's people like him who are inspiring people to change and modernize their arts. Oofs, let's go OSU. Oofs, usually is a greeting, kung fu greeting, karate greeting in some places. I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.